All right, guys, welcome back to the Canna Love podcast presented by Rad's Wellness Center, soon to be title Hemp. Today we got Chef Jlynn Reeves, 420 Chef Jlynn Reeves, and he has that gravity bong.
Yes. Alex, first of all, I gotta pump up the person who sent it to me. And I really didn't even know him. I was on Facebook and Alexander Finch, sends me a message saying, "Hey man, I want to send you a present and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, okay, whatever." So I give him my address. He sends it FedEx. We forget to put the 12 on the apartment, so it goes all the way back to him. He calls me up and says it came back, put the department on, and actually really sent it back to me again.
Wow.
That was just awesome, man. So yeah, it's a nice gift. This is awesome.
That is brilliant. Can you take a hit of that for me?
Yeah. I'll take a small hit because if you go overboard, man, I'll be so stoned, bro. So the nice thing about this is you can use a plug to it and do this, or you can just go straight, take it straight to the head.
Wow, that is so cool. I've seen this on Wiz Khalifa's Instagram many times. So this is so cool to me that you have it. I'm watching you do it. This is great.
All right, so here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Somebody told me I'm supposed to light it and not smoke it first, but because this thing will automatically start smoking it for you, but I don't see that happening, so I'm gonna smoke it. Oh, there it is.
Oh wow, that is magic.
Once it fills up with smoke, man, you just flip it and it just comes out, man, and you just
wow. Check that out.
It's insane, man.
And that has to be really clean too.
It's really, really insane. And all the smoke that comes out, man, you just get so hot a little bit too quick.
Wow. And then you put it on the side and that just kind of contains it for a bit. We have that balance. That's so cool.
You know, hold it in there too. You can actually just flip it back.
Wow.
And it burns through a bowl in like seconds. So,
that is simply insane. Wow. What a gadget.
They run about $200. So, hit up Alex Finch on Facebook, or either his name is I'll come up with his name before I leave, man. On Instagram. I'll give that to y'all a little bit later.
Yes, sir. Well, today I just want to talk to you about cannabis because I see, and I've been following you for a while. We had conversations in the past, and you were just, yes, sir. You were just an amazing chef, and your edits are beyond me. They're amazing. I see you put a lot of hard work and time and dedication mixing a passion of cooking and cannabis together. It's brilliant. How'd that come up with you?
I absolutely love it.
It's so beautiful. What turned you, at what age did you discover cannabis?
Let's see. I first discovered cannabis when I was 16, but it wasn't really something that I really liked. I did it for, a couple of years, like 2 years before I joined the military. And when I joined the military at age 19, I never touched it again. And then when I got out of the military, I got into other drugs, pills and cocaine and just really bad stuff. And 4 years ago, I got my life cleaned up and I turned to cannabis. Cannabis helped me get off cocaine, helped me get off alcohol, and helped me get. So I love it, man. It's a wonder drug, and it is a drug, but it's a wonder drug, and it's natural, and the side effects are fantastic.
I couldn't agree with you more on that one. Yeah, cannabis helps.
When the pharmacy comes on TV, they're like, we have a new drug and we want you to try this and it's great. It does this and it does that and blah, blah, blah. And the side effects are, diarrhea, headaches, all kinds of just craziness. But not with cannabis. It's just fantastic.
It's natural, and that's the beauty of it. It's natural. There's no carcinogens in it. There's no weird chemicals. that's what we need. That's our medicine.
Absolutely. It's real medicine.
Yes, sir, it is. Oh man. And cooking. When did you discover cooking to be your passion?
All my life. My dad was a chef. My mom was a great cook, is a great cook. Uh, it's just something I could always do. I could get in the kitchen and put things together and make it taste good. And I really like doing that for, you know, my friends in the past. That's how I would get people to come over, come on and eat. And I would just listen to their compliments about how good it was. And I just would love hearing compliments, you know.
Oh yeah, compliments are the best, especially when you're cooking. You put your effort in, you cook with love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love cooking, especially with cannabis in it.
Oh yeah, especially then. I could only, I haven't even baked edibles. I know the process, but I haven't applied it and done it. I'm in an apartment and I'm afraid that it's going to smell. Is it?
No,
Is it
fine? You'll be fine if you've got the cannabis oil and you can just put it in, add it into some other oil to make the taste better. And you'll be fine, man. The oil doesn't smell when you're cooking.
Wow. Okay. See, I didn't know that, so that's cool. I could have been baking edibles this whole time.
Yes, absolutely. You're missing out too.
Oh yeah, I am. I know the highs are very different. When we smoke, we inhale it, goes through our nervous system, but when we eat it, we digest it, and the onset time takes a bit longer.
A lot longer.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's like from the neck down, your body is just like so relaxed. So it's not that head high. When you're smoking weed, you get that head high. You don't have that body high. But when you eat the edibles, it's your whole you just relax. It's just it's so awesome.
Oh, I know that's right. I had my fair share of edibles in my time, and yeah, they're quite all right. I love them. I definitely do them on vacations usually. I tried edibles during work, but sometimes they hit a lot harder in these situations.
You know why? Because you're overdosing, brother. You gotta bring it down.
Yeah.
I always tell everybody this. I say, when you're smoking a joint has about 30 milligrams of THC in it. By the time you're smoking it, 17% of that's going to burn off. So you're only getting the rest of that, which is not much, like 14, 13, something like that. Off. But, and you're stoned off of 13 milligrams. Why are you taking 400 milligrams for an edible? That is why it's miserable. You got to bring it down. Bring it down to 10, 15, 20 milligrams. What I always tell everybody is to find your dose first. Focus on yourself and find your level. Because everybody says, well, how much should I take? I don't know. I don't know. That's something you have to, discover on your own. But if you take too many edibles, I always tell people if you take too many edibles, people don't like them. So I always tell people, know how to dose your edibles. When you're giving people edibles, tell them how to take it, just like you're giving medicine. Just tell them how to take it and tell them don't overdo it. And they'll love it. But if they overdo it, they'll just be hating edibles for the rest of their life. Oh, I hate edibles. They're terrible. Well, you're overdosed. That's why.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Too much of something cannot be good.
Absolutely.
What would you say to someone who maybe like 25, 29-ish age range? They have depression, they're on antidepressants, they're looking to switch off of antidepressants and look at alternative substance like cannabis or CBD. What would you recommend them?
Oh my gosh, CBD is just, people have no idea. First of all, people think they can't get stoned on CBD. You can get very, very stoned on CBD. See, the thing is, CBD is one of those things that the whole world's talking about. So everybody is like in tune with that word CBD. So when you go into Walmart or whatever, they have CBD on the shelf. Well, CBD doesn't, when a CBD plant grows, it never, ever, ever grows without THC. So if you isolate this to THC from the CBD, then you can sell it legally in the store. And everybody's heard the boom on CBD, so they're running and buying this stuff that really doesn't work. and they're thinking, well, CBD really doesn't work. Well, it doesn't have the THC in it. It's got to have the THC in it. CBD is just the most awesome thing, man. Like if I want to sleep at night, if I take an edible, I'll sleep and wake up, sleep and wake up. But if I take CBD, I'll sleep like a little baby, and then I'm ready to get up in the morning. And I'm, you know, sometimes the edibles in the morning, I'm like, oh, do I want to get up? Sometimes hours later because I'm just like on that edible hangover. You know what I mean? But man, it's just, it works for my carpal tunnel. It works for my back pain. I mean, I can just keep going on and on and on about CBD. It's just fantastic. Have you tried CBD?
CBD, I love CBD. I take it as if it's a vitamin.
There you go. I put it in my coffee. Hold on one second. This jar right here, this is a whole jar of CBD. Each teaspoon. You ready for this? Each tablespoon is 500 milligrams.
Wow. Did you make that yourself?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's so cool.
And it's CBD sugar. So what I do is I'll take a sugar and infuse it with cannabis. And then I'll turn around and, hold on. Then I'll turn around and do this wild thing. Where am I? Then I'll turn around and do this. Bam, I get a glass. I'll get some non-infused juice. Non-infused, right? Pour. Two tablespoons, which would be about 330. And my sugars mix so well with anything. Now this Cran Tropical is now a 275 milligram CBD drink.
That is brilliant. To our audio listeners, 420 Chef Jlynn Reeves mixes sugar with some juice, and he just got a full dosage of 275 milligrams of CBD. That's amazing.
And I make THC syrup this way too. So you can make any drink into a THC cannabis drink. Any drink, including water, milk, beer, liquor. I don't care what it is. You can do that with this.
That's brilliant. I'm not too much of a drinker of alcohol, so something like that at a kickback or a get together, just like whether it's CBD or even THC, just lower the inhibitions, chill out a bit, and hang out.
You just switch from alcohol, which is the devil, to something natural that's just, you ain't gonna be fighting, you ain't gonna drop your drawers. This is the way I feel about alcohol. I'm 57 years old, and I've really studied alcohol, and I don't touch it because when I touch it, it makes me do things that I don't normally do. I'll end up getting laid or doing something stupid that alcohol, if I wouldn't have drank alcohol, wouldn't have happened. So with weed, it doesn't do that, man. You know, I know who I am, and I'm just that same person. It don't change me.
Yes, I agree. That was brilliant. I'm glad you have that same view. And it's, for me, as a young guy, I'm 22. It's very reassuring to hear from you that the views kind of align. That's good.
Alcohol is nothing but trouble, and the government knows it's trouble. They make billions of dollars on you getting drunk, hitting your girlfriend, getting in fights, driving on the street, you're going to do something stupid because your judgment is not yours when you start drinking.
That is true. I've ran into a couple of experiences like that, and that's when you got to draw the line, and you got to make a really tough decision. For a lot of people, they can't give drinking up.
Yeah.
And I understand, sometimes.
Yeah. I couldn't.
Tell me about it.
I couldn't give it up. There would be nights, man, when I would sit in my living room trying not to drink, bro. This is for real. trying not to drink, and I couldn't sleep, and I would just go to the store and just go buy some whatever and just drink it real fast and get drunk, you know. And I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't function without it, and I didn't like that.
How did it get to that point? I know there's so many different types of drinkers. I was talking with Keela from Highly Sophisticated, Fume Rose. She was breaking down there's different types of stoners, just like there's different types of drinkers. You got that social drinker, the alcoholic, abusive alcoholic. How did that come to be with you? How did it become like such a thing?
For the cannabis? For me?
For alcohol, and when did you realize
it was
that cannabis helped?
Everything was trouble with alcohol. That's, you know, everything was trouble. And for all those years that I was drinking, it was just like I was blind. I was just like walking around in a funk. And then one day my eyes opened and I was like, oh my God, I see alcohol for what it is. It's truly poison. Truly. And
yeah,
that's the way I look at it, man. And it's bad stuff.
That's true. And that's, you know, we're talking about how it affects our judgment and, you know, basically takes the wheel for us. But, you know, it's also so unhealthy. Like it is, like you said, it's literally poison to our body. That's why we get drunk, you know?
And that's why you vomit and throw up when you can't. Your body has been overdosed and been poisoned.
Yeah, it's a big shame, honestly.
Well, the government makes it like it's okay. And one of the things that they refuse to tell you is that it's dope, that alcohol is a drug. They got you so confused, they're telling you alcohol and drugs. That's how they call it, drugs and alcohol.
Yep.
But that's to confuse you. People use words to mess with your head. And if you can't figure out what they're trying to do, then you're kind of in that program. You're programmed just like the rest of the people are. And then one day you wake up and you go, oh my God, wow, that's what that is. That's what's going on. When I look at, you know, even this juice and I look at the ingredients and I go, wow, I'm awoke, because, you know, they got stuff in here that I can't even pronounce. And I'm sure that stuff is probably causing some depression. I'm sure some of this stuff causes cancer. I'm sure some of this stuff causes, and that's you. When you wake up, you go, start looking at the processed stuff and all the stuff, and they're putting all this stuff together, and they don't care if you die, because all they care about is making the money. And you realize that, and then you kind of wake up and you go, oh, I see what they're doing. And you start to care for yourself better. You start to look at yourself better. You start to try to eat better. You try to start taking care of yourself better. You're more aware.
Right. The more educated we are, the more change your mind, change your life type of deal. You know, you got to live for yourself. And it's actually cool. I have a friend, Savion Barnes. He's a health coach, and he's really adamant on these things, looking at what you're putting in your body and understanding, you know, if it's not natural and it has like Red 41, all this stuff, and there's so many studies done behind it that these aren't good. It's not natural for you.
And it's going to be impossible not to get something in there. You know, every once in a while, like I'm really, really hungry and I'm like, oh, I got to stop by a fast food restaurant. Damn, I know that I can't fight it all the time. Sometimes I'm going to end up eating that. I don't even call it processed food. I call it food that they make in the lab. It's not even real food. It's food that they process. And if you look at it, they say it is not from an animal and it's not from the land. Well, then where is it? What is it from? How did you get this bread and this cheese? And why is it only $1? Oh, I know why it's $1 now. Oh, I know I can get cheeseburgers now for 50 cents because it's not a cheeseburger.
Yeah, exactly. It's just mass produced. In America, I feel like other countries might be similar, but definitely different. America, we're
other countries, man, like Switzerland stuff, they won't even sell Ritz crackers. They won't even sell all the shit that we sell. They won't sell it to their people, man, because it's poison. It causes problems, medical problems. If you go to a lot of these different countries or even Google them and talk about different foods, they don't have that food. When you go to Canada, the ketchup even tastes like something else. I'm like, when I went to Canada one time, I was eating the ketchup. I'm like, what is this? There's no garbage in it. That's what ketchup tastes like, or it's supposed to taste like. But we do all this stuff and put all this poison in it to make so you can sit that ketchup on the shelf and that ketchup is going to last for 5 years. Well, if that ketchup is lasting for 5 years because it's got chemicals, what is it doing to your intestines? What is it doing to your kidneys? What is it doing to your liver? What is it doing to your esophagus? What is it doing to your lungs? Trust me, it's doing something and it's not good.
Yeah, it's a shame. We are advertised in America as such an unhealthy, convenient lifestyle, and it's
fructose
beyond me.
They did that to hook us. I'm addicted to sugar, bro, because everything I look at, it's got fructose in it. Fructose, highly addictive. They know it. Let's see. We give them shit that gets them addicted. They buy more and more and more. They get fatter and they die fast. Boom.
More business for the morgues and hospitals.
I'm telling you, man. I look at them like they don't really want me here.
Yeah, no, we're just a cog in the machine. And it's crazy how you didn't learn that in school, did you? You didn't learn any of this in school. Neither did I. It's crazy. If we don't self-educate or learn from someone who actually knows, it's not here. The education's not here and it's not free. And that's a big issue.
And that book is a lie, man. The history of where black people come from, the history of, they just lie, man. They just lie. They just lie. They're just a bunch of liars, man. I don't even watch the news because it's mixed truth and mixed lies. And when you put those together, it's a lie.
Yep. It's a highly fabricated story. That's so biased too, politically biased.
Exactly. And people ask me, why you don't take the shot? That shot. I'm like, they did enough to my people. They did enough to us. They've done so many things that's untrusting. Why the should I trust them now? Never. I will never trust them. I will never trust our government. Never.
I salute you because that's a big stand. A lot of people blindly trust because the government gives them. So it's like
doctors too. They go to the doctor and the doctor says, I think you should do this and I think you should do that. And they're like, oh, okay, he's been to college for 8 years and then he went to residency for 4 more years. So he is brilliant. No, doctors are stupid too, man. I know stupid doctors, man.
Me too.
One time when the doctor asking me what to do on a hip revision, okay? And I'm like, oh my God. So it's just like I always tell people, self-care, self-care, self-care. Get a second opinion, get a third opinion. You know, don't just trust. People just trust just because, oh, they're a doctor, you know. They gotta be smart. No, man, I know a lot of doctors that messed a lot of people up.
Yep, that's true. And this is actually a very common thing nowadays. And we still don't even look at it like that. There's so many people who are, you know, older than me try to tell me, you need to go here, you need to go here. Talk to a doctor about this and about that. And I'll say no. And I'll give the same explanation you gave, but it just flies over the head. Some people just will never get it. They're hooked.
That business is about money, bro.
It definitely is. If it was about healthcare, then we'd be a healthier country, I believe.
It's about money. Let me tell you something. All the diseases out there, HIV, cancer, all these damn diseases out there that are killing people, and they can find the coronavirus just like that.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Think about it. They find what they want to do. When you're sick, that's when they make the most money.
That is true. Exactly. Oh man, it sucks. I think Denmark is one of the most happiest countries. It was voted happiest countries in the world about like 4 or 5 times. And if we look at their system, like why are they the happiest country? It's totally different than what we're being introduced here. They promote not overworking because like why overwork? They promote self-care. They promote equal health care. It's insane.
Well,
it's so sad.
They got different people running. They got people with a heart. that's running.
Yep.
And we got heartless mother over here that only care about their agenda, what's gonna work for them. You know, I hate voting sometimes because I feel like I'm selfish when I vote, because I feel like, okay, I want it to be this way, so it should be this way, but I don't know if my way is actually right or wrong. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me sometimes, man. And I hate both sides, really.
Yes, sir. I agree.
So it don't even matter, really.
Yeah, no, definitely. We have not human people working, it seems, running the government. It's very, very shameful.
Yeah. And then they put the presidents in there. Everybody always blamed the presidents. It ain't the presidents, okay? It's the people behind the president. It's those people who you voted who can stay in the Senate forever. We got to get their asses out of there. They got to go. We got to have Senate people in every 4 years, because those people that have been sitting there from 1969 with the same old 1969 ideas, they got to be moved out.
Yes, I agree. Not like we need to adapt. We're humans. We adapt. The world is changing at an exponentially rapider pace, day by day, year by year. And if we have the people top thinking 50 years behind, that's no good. Things are bound to change. I mean, we used to have horses on the streets before cars.
Absolutely.
But it's such a hard concept, because I think for them, it's all they know. You know, and if that's been their job this whole time, then that's definitely all they know. They haven't had time to go out and experience in the real world, I believe.
Their biggest focus, I call them their biggest focus is to keep you so busy, keep your brain so busy, you don't really see what's happening. And that's how our government works. They got you so busy, you can't even see.
That's true. Wow. So I'd really like your political mindset. Like, your idealism on life and humanity makes total sense, because you think as a human. I also noticed that on your Instagram, your content that you produce is very direct. It's very good when, you know, when it comes to cooking or smoking, or just like a cool edit, because you make sick edits, by the way.
I love those edits, man. I just wish that sometimes that people really see what's really going on and what I'm doing. I don't really explain it. I just do the edits, and I know, and I I watch my videos over and over and over and over and over and over again, because that's how much I love them, man. I don't really put them out for people. I put them out for me. I put out what I love. If you happen to love it, fantastic. But I'm not working for you. I'm working from in here. You know?
And that's the way it should be. Work from the heart for yourself.
And I like just creative, you know.
Oh yeah. I do have a really good question. Me also being a cannabis content producer, I like to be very direct, and I noticed a lot of my videos, like on different platforms like TikTok, Facebook, even Instagram, videos get flagged. The AI bots just kind of like, oh, drugs and controlled substances. Do your edits, how you put everything on the screen, block? Is that like a maneuver away from that banning system? Because that is very smart. That is the most intelligent thing ever.
It is, man. You make fun with it. You don't be serious with it. You be serious with it, then they look at that differently. But you have fun with it. And marijuana is fun. You should be having fun with it.
That is true. Wow, that's fantastic, man. Bravo.
Thank you.
You like slipped through the crack with that. That is amazing.
Well, thank you, man. I really love it. I really, really love it. And I just want people to know, man, it's great medicine, man. It's great. Don't let the government really get in your head, because they got in people's heads. All those old school people, they're like, cannabis is from the devil. It's devil's lettuce and this and that and that. And I'm like, the devil didn't put anything here. God put everything here. The trees, the weed, everything that grows. That's where it comes from. And it's good. It's not bad. And those people are just, they're so closed-minded and you can't get in. They won't allow you to get in because the government got their minds. They're programmed.
Yes, sir. So you said you're in your 50s. So that means you must have grown up during the 70s or 80s, right?
Yeah.
What was the view on cannabis back then? Was it more taboo?
Oh my gosh. Highly, highly taboo. It was like dope. And if you got caught with it, you were going to go to jail for a long time. When I first discovered cannabis, I would go knock on a door in New York. They would open the peephole. You stick $10 in there, and then they slick out a little dime bag. And in that dime bag was like weed that was like hella old. It was like, now that I know, I didn't know that at the time. It was old yellow. I mean, just old ass weed. But I tell you what, that weed got us high.
Yeah.
We didn't ask, is it a hybrid or is it sativa or is it indica? We just said, give us some weed. Now,
Oh yeah.
people are like, I need this and I need that. Man, we were just happy to have some weed a long time ago.
Yeah, and on that note, it's brilliant how far that came along. That there's like a dictionary for strains and different cannabis lingo, and you can really tailor the cannabis experience to certain issues medicinally, or even to get the most out of cannabis. Get the most out of yourself. Cannabis enhances you.
I really believe that, man. I really believe. Not all the time. Sometimes when I have a relationship with God, and so sometimes when I'm just praying or whatever, I might be stoned. And sometimes I feel even closer to God, man. Not all the time, but there's some instances that I really feel like I'm so close, and I don't think I'm just stoned. I really feel like I'm really close, But
Right? No, absolutely.
weed is awesome, man.
It's a beautiful thing. I love the direction it's going nowadays. It has a really spectacular, sad but spectacular history. Just to see the progression of where we're headed with it.
I started my YouTube channel because 3 years ago, because I knew edibles was gonna be popping, and they popping now. But 10 years from now, watch my channel, dude. It's gonna be like TV, because I'm gonna keep adding, and I'm gonna keep adding, and I'm gonna keep adding, and I'm gonna keep getting better. And you keep doing something, you just get better at it and better and better. When I first started making the syrup, it was just okay. Now it's fire. You know what I mean? Now I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you hone in on your skill, you master it. You just max that skill out, and I'm excited to see that too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have you seen those shows on Netflix where they actually have? I think it's like, I forgot the name of it, but it's like a cannabis cook show.
Cooking on High or something like that. I've never watched any of them because I kind of watched one briefly, and I didn't watch any more because I like having my own ideas. And I know that if I'm watching something, I can start borrowing from there. I just want to be completely a 420 chef, Jlynn. My own fresh stuff, my own. When someone sees it, they go, "Oh, that's the first time I saw that." You know what I mean?
And that's what I said when I found your profile. I was like, "Oh, this is different. This is sick. Totally sick."
I really, honestly, I really think that I should have like 20,000 people after 3 years, but I don't. And sometimes, I've been around the world, baby, and I know sometimes this plays a part in that. But I'll never give up, man, because I'm just trying to do good work. I'm trying to reach people. I'm trying to show what cannabis is, and I'm trying to show that the Lord lives in me. Without
exactly
telling you, I want you to just be able to see that. You know what I mean?
Yes, no, exactly. And also, yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that you know, even in court cases, sometimes a lot of people have to, you know, cross their fingers, pray to God that the judge likes the color of their skin. And it's a fucking shame, honestly.
That makes me cry right there, bro. It makes me want to cry because one of the things I want the government to do is I want them to pull the white records that did the same crime as the black records, and I want to see who had the longest time. That's what I want to see. That's what I really, really want to see. I want to see that person, that white person that did the crime, and that black person that did that exact same crime, and I want to see what they got. I want to see was that fair, because I already know it's not, and it's still not today.
Yes, no, it's so fucking crazy. We see it all the time now.
Guys, it's so good, bro. That person's not racist. No way. You think you're gonna see it? They're not gonna show you their racism. They can't. They will be kicked off of being a judge. They'll be kicked out of, you know, let me tell you something. The KKK started as a policeman, man. They were the first policemen, man. They were the ones going out hunting the black people who escaped. And that just turned into being police later on. And it's just a lot of stuff going on still today, bro. People just don't see it.
That's a total shame. I didn't know that. Yeah.
You gotta be in it to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just, it's just one of those things, you know? And what is your nationality?
I'm predominantly Pakistani.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you've had some racism and some prejudice too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, terrorist joke. Not even jokes, bro. Just like terrorist stuff. You know, like I'm not responsible for a whole community of people that look like me, have the same name as me. You know, and neither are they. They're not responsible for me. Their actions don't decide me, and my actions don't decide them. We're all individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems like people just group it.
Them same people that's telling you that, man, calling you all that stuff, man, they race. That's just the races, man. It's just racist, bro. That's all it is, man. You don't have the same skin as them, and they can't. They can't deal with that. That you don't look like them, and I don't know. I just try not to waste too much energy on it, and just live my life. You know, my son and I are in Port Townsend. We just came home yesterday, and you know, we kind of grew up there. His mom lives there. My ex-wife lives there. My nieces and nephews live there. And I went up there, and we were at the store, and this white guy just comes out and just starts saying "nigga this, nigga that," pointing at the car. I mean, getting really, really obnoxious. And only thing I pray for, man, is to be able to turn the other cheek, because before, he would have got his ass just demolished. And now I could just say, man, Jesus loves you. And moving. And that just felt so good, instead of just jumping on this person and just ripping this person apart, because it was me and my son, my son's 30, and he was by himself. So, I mean, it's still out there. It's still there. There's still people who hate you for the way you look. I mean, we weren't doing anything, man. We were just coming out of the store and walking to our car and going about our business. And he couldn't stand the fact that we were black and we were there, man. And he was just going off. And it was really a shame, man. When I drove off, I just felt just sick inside, bro. I was just like, there's nothing you can do, Jay. You can just keep being whoever you are and not end up in jail, because, you know, if you end up beating somebody down and killing them, you're going to jail. You know, anybody can say whatever they want anyway, because you can't do anything about what people can say, but you got to control your actions. You got to control yourself about whatever they said. You got to be able to walk away from it. Else it could be some real trouble. You can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I bet it feels a lot better.
Get off subject so much.
No, it's good, because like these are conversations that should be more.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, especially with like people in my age group, we have those activists that, you know, view the same way, but they express it very differently than the way you express it. And sometimes I think we need these type of conversations on this type of platform because it's important. It's the true way to get the message across. And I know your views on it. I think it's beautiful. I agree. I think walking away from situations like that is the best. I used to get, it would tear me apart. Growing up in school, like my high school, is when I faced the most of the racial slurs and racial jokes and all that. It would make me feel bad, and I didn't know how to react. Sometimes I'd laugh at it like ha ha ha, but I know that was just enabling them to do more. So then I reacted. When I reacted, I felt like I embarrassed myself, like I humiliated myself. So when I walk away, it's like so much more less draining.
Yes, it is. It is because, again, people get to say what they want. There are some people who are going to destroy that person. They might even kill that person by accident, or not even by accident, because people are crazy today. But you just gotta be able to turn the other cheek, man. Besides, you don't know what that mother sucker got in his jacket. He might use it to blow your head off. And then you thinking you so bad stepping up to this person that's talking crap anyway, that he got to be crazy for talking crap anyway to two big old black brothers. So he must be toting something. So you just gotta think.
No, and you have a very good judgment on that.
Yep,
and I'm very good judgment.
I'm still here. The dude is still here. Never turned out to be a big fight or anything. I mean, it could have turned into a big thing.
It could have. And, I'm hoping down the road he gets some type of education or some type of help, because it's a real issue. And he's going to come across the wrong person one day.
I think he was crazy.
He has to be.
Coming up on me.
Yeah. Oh, man, I would never step.
Yeah.
What are you smoking there? What you got?
This right here is some Gary Payton and some Oreo cookies and some, I'm a cannabis vendor. I actually work at a medical dispensary.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
That's my job, man. I work 2 days a week, Saturday and Sunday. I sit home and I make cannabis jams you can put on your toast. And I make cannabis hot sauces that you could put all your hot sauce and any kind of infused sauces and drinks. And I make a bunch of candy and I make the juices and that kind of thing. And I pay like $400, $1,600 a month to rent the spot. And I'm there 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And the public comes in, but they have to have a medical card to get in because it is a medical dispensary.
Right.
And come in and they buy stuff and they really like it and they keep coming back and it feels real good.
No, that's so cool because, sometimes people can't smoke and eating is the best way for them. Some people have very sensitive lungs.
A lot of people can't smoke. So thanks to that. Sometimes I'll sell more edibles than I sell the other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, most of the time, honestly.
Yeah, and like you said, I think the future, this is going to be like the mainstay. That's something, like kids who have epilepsy or are going through a seizure. Sometimes the generic drug won't work, and the real drug is very expensive, out of reach. But a drop of CBD or cannabis will sort them out.
It is the real drug.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. But not many people know that, and it's sad. There's so many people suffering.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you how it makes me angry, bro, that I know I can give CBD. Like somebody came in, they said, oh, my baby won't sleep, and it's teething, and she's crying. And I said, take a little bit of CBD sugar and put it on your baby's gums. They wrote me a testimonial. Oh, my God, my baby stopped crying. He went to sleep, and he woke up singing. Okay, so the government made some CBD, endocannabinol CBD, some garbage that just makes people sick. And I'm like, you know that there's CBD out there that can heal people. Why would you take it and do something else to it so you can charge $1 billion for it, but you got a little bit of CBD in it, and people are taking it and they get sick from it? How unfair. Think about that, man. When they could just say, here, your doctor could just say, here, take the CBD. I know it's going to work for you. Instead of some garbage that they got 50,000 things in it, and they're selling it to you for $2,000. How unfair, man. People, wake up. Self-care.
Yeah, that makes me angry too.
Read about cannabis and all the benefits of what it does. It took my, I was going to have surgery. It took my carpal tunnel away. I don't have carpal tunnel. And if I work too hard, it'll come on. But the CBD and cannabis keeps my carpal tunnel away. When I have severe back pain, boom, CBD and a little tea. I'm not on the opioids. I'm not worried about being addicted and being sick and being, oh my God, I can't get off this now. Because they'll give you that shit and then they take you off of it and then they'll call you a dope addict. The very person who gave it to you, who turned you into a drug addict, is calling you a drug addict now. And they won't give it to you. Simple, man. There's simple ways to take care of yourself. And I try to convey in my videos. In my videos, I'll always ask people, have you tried CBD?
I see at the end. I see it.
And I'm serious about it because they need to give it a try.
Yeah.
You know, you gave meth a try. Why couldn't you give CBD?
No, I agree. And, you know, Baltimore, I'm in Maryland. So I'm actually 10, 20 minutes south from Baltimore. Baltimore has a serious opiate crisis going on. And it's just sad.
I hear that. And you know where opioids come from? Your doctor. They don't come off the streets.
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
From the pharmaceutical companies. I believe that they just come in your neighborhoods and just drop shit off.
Yeah. And, you know.
Crack, man. I believe that they came in my neighborhood in the Bronx, New York, and they dropped crack off. Because they know people are curious and people are going to try stuff. Boom. And they destroyed families, bro. I mean, hundreds and thousands of families, bro.
It's a shame. It's such a shame. It really is.
I'm aware of what they do. People ain't aware of what they do. How the hell else is it getting in here? You let it in. You let it in, you bringing it in.
And there's a lot of pharmacists that this is their side hustle to write fake prescriptions so they can fuel this type of deal to go on.
There's a lot of just evil, man, going on out there. I just tell people, if you're going to do drugs, use cannabis and nothing else. Not even. It's all synthetic. It's not real. But this right here is the real deal.
Yes, sir. That's a beautiful part about it. Oh, gosh. So thankful. Thank God for cannabis. Yes. Beautiful plant.
The Lord for cannabis. It's a great, I mean, it ain't just cannabis either. And I tell people, I said, you know, y'all think I'm just smoking. Wait, it's greens. It's lettuce. It's spinach. It's collard greens. It's bok choy. That's all medicine. It's plants that are medicine.
Exactly.
It's all medicine. When you're eating collard greens, it's doing something for your kidneys. It's doing something for your this. It's, you know, when you drink tea is doing something for your, I mean, because it's tea, it's leaves, it's flower. You know, I drink a lot of tea now because it's from the earth, man, and it's good for you. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yeah, all the time. And I do this. It's a bit quirky, but I like to whenever I eat something, whether it's plants or some fruit or even like some processed food, which I totally am cut out. Yeah, I Google what are the benefits of eating raspberries if I'm eating raspberries, and it's so good. You feel so much good about eating it.
Exactly. I used to do that all the time. Benefits of garlic, the benefits of onions, the benefits of, you know, it's fantastic, man.
It is. And I think once we like our curiosity drives that education for us. And then I think when we apply it, that's when we, you know, see that change of eating right and feeling right. Yeah. There's a lot of unhealthy people out here.
Yes. Yeah, I'm one of them. You know,
you seem pretty healthy to me. Your mind's very healthy.
Be like, ooh, buff, and oh my gosh, and then man, I started messing around with them edibles, bro. I'm telling you the truth, man. And it was and I had to stop eating, and I had to just realize it 2 years later that I get up in the middle of the night and I gotta eat a full meal, and I go back to sleep. So I stopped taking the edibles at night. I just smoke a little bit of weed, or I have some CBN. CBN is great for sleeping, y'all. If people don't know about that, CBN, N as in November, fantastic for sleep. It's not psychoactive, so you're not gonna get stoned from it. You're not gonna feel anything from it. It'll just help you to sleep better.
It's so cool. Cannabis has so many cannabinoids: THCA, THCV, CBG, CBN, CBD, and so many benefits if you isolate one. And
yes, absolutely. Then they got this new one called THCO, and it's part plant, part synthetic. And I don't like to mess with it too much, but every once in a while, I had like a 500 milligram piece the other night. Well, 100 milligrams acts like 300 milligrams. And it really, when it comes on, it comes on. And I was so high, man. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed. So I ended up going to bed, and I was like, I'm not going to mess around with that too much. Kind of felt a little unnatural.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you tried it and said that. I used to manage a smoke shop, and we would sell THCO. I wasn't too much in charge of like ordering and all that. I mean, I was, but if someone needed something, the idea behind the shop was to push it. You know what I'm saying? So I would always tell people, we have Delta 8, Delta 10, we have THCO, we have HHC. Mess with Delta 8, mess with Delta 10. Don't mess with THCO acetate. Don't mess with HHC. And I tell them, like, THCO, they make in a controlled lab. And when you bring that word lab into cannabis, something's wrong.
Now you're adding drugs. Now it's just like cocaine being manufactured in the lab or whatever. But now they're trying to attach it to THC. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, it's a shame.
Yeah.
And like the effects, a lot of people would come in looking for it because the clientele around me, it's a lot of uneducated people on this subject that's selling it. So they're just trying to make money. So they're pushing all this stuff, whatever gets you higher and higher. So I'll have people coming in and saying, what gets me fried? I'll be like, you should try Delta 8. You know, THCO, it's just not good. No one's educating about this. And that's why I just try to make a lot of content revolving around education, because people need education on this.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for, to let people know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially we're in this business, and we're in this educating business to let people know. Definitely, you know, just educate people about everything you know about cannabis. And you know what? I was talking to myself today, and I was like, you know what? I want to learn everything about everything I possibly can about cannabis. But it's so much, man, to know. You'll just be learning more and more and more every day because there's so much to know. You know, they don't even know everything yet.
Yeah. There's still discoveries being brought upon us.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is. I'm glad to grow up and be a part of it.
More beautiful too.
What was that?
I said it makes life more beautiful too.
It is. I seen a photo one time where it was like one of those memes where it's like, what does cannabis do for you? And it was like as if I put on goggles and everything is the way it is. Before that, I was seeing in black and white. And I know that's the truth. Cannabis can help you reflect a bit deeper too. You can use it during meditation, those moments where you need to reflect on important situations or decisions you're about to make. You know, don't overdo it. Don't go substance abuse with cannabis, because that is a thing. But, you know, take cannabis, try to understand yourself a bit more.
And you know what? I always tell people this too, man. If you go substance abuse on cannabis, I'd rather for you to go substance abuse on cannabis than anything else.
That's true. That's true.
At least I know you're gonna live, and you ain't gonna change. You try some crack and boom, that's it. You try some heroin, boom, that's it. You try some weed, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. And like, I've only been smoking for 4 years, man.
Only 4? Wow. That's shocking to me.
Yes, only 4 years.
Wow. So what built that connection? What connected you back to cannabis? I know you tried it when you were younger, but what ultimately brought you back?
Probably my ADHD. That's something that's been there all my life, and I think it's something I always try to cover using chemicals, and it really helps with my ADHD, man.
That's beautiful.
I have slight autism, you know. So yeah, it helps, man.
Cannabis is a serum.
Absolutely. I'm so stoned right now.
I like that painting back there. To my audio listeners, he has a goofy, like a trippy goofy. Is he holding a golden ticket? What's he holding?
He's picking a joint.
Oh. Wow.
And my friend at Stina's Art Studio on Instagram, Stina, Stinas Art Studio. She makes these, and I buy them from her. And I just tell her that you're gonna go someplace. Marijuana art is gonna be the next thing. People are gonna want marijuana art. And so I got her doing a painting. She just did another painting for me. She charged me $100 for it, but I haven't gotten it yet. But I can't wait to get it. But yeah, she's awesome. But she doesn't only do that; she does all kinds of art. She's wonderful.
It's exciting. I need to check her Instagram out. I would like to decorate my room. My room decor is pretty lame. I have like a Beatles quote right here. I have some boxing gloves. I used to have a guitar, but I got rid of it.
It's okay, man. As long as you like it. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
That's true. Wow. Oh, man. What's the weather like? You're in Seattle, if I remember correctly, right?
Tacoma, Seattle. Today's like 80.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty weird out here. I wonder if I can switch my camera. I'm going to show you what my view is outside. Let's see.
Oh, that's gorgeous, man.
Yeah, I don't know why it's trippy looking.
That's beautiful.
There we go. Yeah.
That's beautiful. My
It's
outside,
about to rain.
My outside don't look like that. I live in a ghetto.
Oh, do you?
But I'm excited to live in the ghetto because, when I was on drugs, I got an eviction, and I didn't have an apartment for 7 years. I was living in different houses and different rooms for 7. Things were just bad, man. It was bad being on drugs, man, because you lose control, you lose yourself, I lost everything. My apartment, my car, everything, man. And, I started doing a little cannabis. I got into the cannabis business and, I gave my life to Christ. And that's the very first thing that happened. And I just started changing, man. Things started changing for me and ended up getting my own apartment and, got my own business now. And, just things are fantastic, man. Instagram is going pretty good. And the YouTube channel
Amazingly.
Doing pretty good. So, I have no complaints. And if I did have complaints, I probably wouldn't complain at all. Who is it? Hold on 1 second.
Sure.
FedEx.
Oh, yeah, got that delivery in.
Man, I have packages all the time at my door. So what do I get today? So because I make syrup, I get the little medicine bottles. So I put the syrup in the medicine bottles. And these are the non-smelling proof bags. We won't say more to that.
Wow. So your content creation, has that always been a passion, like making videos or entertaining, even if it's yourself with these videos?
I was an entertainer, bro. When I was young, I learned how to roller skate. And I got so good at it. And when people would look and go, "Oh my gosh, she's a great roller skater. I really like the way." And the attention I got from it was like, wow, this is great, you know. So I almost felt like a star when I went to the roller skating ring, you know, because people would be like, "Oh man, hey, oh there's that guy that can skate," you know, that kind of excitement. And that got me going, man. I'm like, shoot, I like that, you know. People like me, you know.
Oh yeah.
Be liked, you know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah.
I guess I've been like that all my life, man. And when I started doing the video, man, I didn't know how to edit, man. I didn't know how to do any of that, man. And one of the followers came over about 2 years ago, and we made dinner and had a great time. And he showed me a little bit, and then I just picked it up from there. And still a lot more to learn. It's a lot more to learn, but yeah, I love that, man.
We're never gonna stop learning.
I think I might have another hit of this.
Yes, sir.
I'm already pretty stoned, so might as well keep going.
That's the spirit. I'm actually placing an order. I don't know if you guys have it in Seattle. We have this brand. I'm a medicinal user too in my state. So our local dispensaries, we have some local brands, but we also have, you know, nationwide brands. Do you guys have Aero Pro over there?
What is that?
It's like a vaporizer, but it's not like your 510 cartridge. It's a proprietary cartridge that's very enhanced with terpenes.
I haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure we do, but you know, it's probably in the regular, regular recreational weed stores. We don't have all that stuff at the. You know, it's a market. It's a medical market, and we're not even allowed to really sell vape carts, you know, there because they're so dangerous, whatever. But we sell everything else, so I haven't heard of it, unfortunately.
Man, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna pick myself up one of those today. They're having a patient appreciation day, so I figure I'll partake.
This thing is no joke, man. This thing is the real deal, brother. It is the real deal.
It's satisfying to watch.
You know how the smoke already comes out? But if you can suck it up in here, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Woo. I can't even finish the rest of it. I'm gonna have to just let it go, man. Yeah, I have a little bit.
There you go, champ.
The heck, you only live once.
Oh yeah, you're living pretty great too. 420 Chef Jlynn Reeves. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna end this broadcast. We're gonna stay and chat a bit after, but thank you for coming on the Canalove podcast. Is there anything you want to say? Any finishing notes?
Man, it's just been fantastic, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for thinking of me. I really, really appreciate that. And to all the followers and new followers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. 420 Chef Jlynn Reeves, YouTube. Please follow me on Facebook, just Jlynn Reeves. And the Instagram is the same thing, 420 Chef Jlynn Reeves. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you.
I'm going to leave links to that down in the bottom, and you can also subscribe, be an audio listener on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you want. Also, if you want to show support to the show, please don't forget we do have Canna Love NFTs out. Show your support and wear it proud. See y'all next time.